Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for us to get started. We appreciate you being here. I'm Roger Hatcher, the Director of the Center for Quality Teaching and Learning. And we are happy to sponsor this project Go2Teach 2019 Excellence in Teaching Competition. For those of you who may not know, the competition is from those students who are participating in the teacher pathway in the high schools. We invited a lot of those all of them to participate, and these are the finals. So we're glad you're here. I do want to recognize some folks before we get started. But we do thank you for being here, and at this time I will take a seat and we will proceed from here.
Hi, I am Miss Parker, and today we're going to be talking about something that you use every day and you will use throughout your life. But we're going to start with a story. It's called The Doorbell Rang by Pat Hutchins. Now, what sound does a doorbell make? Ding. Okay, so whenever I say a doorbell ring, I want y'all to say ding like a doorbell. Okay. I made some cookies for tea, said Mom. Said Victoria and Sam. We're starving. Share them between yourselves, said Mom. I made plenty. Now, here's y'all's cookies. That's 6 each, said Sam and Victoria. So I need Sam and Victoria to take 6 cookies. They look as good as Grandma, said Victoria. They smell as good as Grandma, said Sam. No one makes cookies like Grandma, said Ma as the doorbell rang. Ding. It was Tom and Hannah from next door. Can you be Tom and can you be Hannah? Come in, said Mom. You can share the cookies. Can y'all share y'all's cookies with Tom and Hannah? Now, how many cookies do y'all each have? 3. That's 3 each, said Sam and Victoria. They smell as good as your grandma, said Tom. And look as good, said Hannah. No one makes cookies like Grandma, said Ma as the doorbell rang. Ding, ding. It was Peter and his little brother. Come in, said Ma. You can share the cookies. Can y'all share the cookies with, say, Peter's right here and his little brother's over there. Can y'all share the cookies with them? All right. Now, how many do y'all each have now? 2. That's 2 each, said Victoria and Sam. They look as good as your grandma's, said Peter, and smell as good. Nobody makes cookies like Grandma, said Ma as the doorbell rang. Ding, ding. It was Joy and Simon with their 4 cousins. Come in, said Ma. You can share the cookies. So that's 6 more kids. So can y'all share the cookies with 6 more kids? No. All right, let's see. So we'll just spread them around the table. All right, so how many does each kid get? 1 cookie. That's 1 each, said Sam and Victoria. They smell as good as your grandma, said Joy. And look as good, said Simon. No one makes cookies like Grandma, said Ma as the doorbell rang. Ding, ding. And rang. Ding. Oh dear, said Ma as the children stared at the cookies on their plates. Perhaps you better eat them before we open the door. We'll wait, said Sam. But it was Grandma with an enormous tray of cookies. How nice to have so many friends to share them with, said Grandma. It's a good thing I made a lot. And no one makes cookies like Grandma, said Ma as the doorbell rang.
Ding.
So, in the beginning of the story, well, how many cookies were there overall? 12. And how many cookies did Victoria and Sam get at the beginning?
6.
6. This is a fraction. Can I say fraction?
Fraction.
Okay. And this is the whole amount of cookies that were there to begin with. So we'll call this the whole. And this is the part of the whole that each kid got. But there are bigger words for it. This is called the numerator. Can y'all say numerator? Numerator. And this number is called the denominator. Can y'all say that?
Denominator.
Okay. Okay. So in the beginning, there were 2 kids and they got 6 of the 12 cookies. But then 2 more kids came. So that's 4 kids. How many cookies did they get? 3. So they got 3 of the 12 cookies, right? And then how many kids were there? 6. And the whole stays the same. 12 cookies. But how many? 2. What did they get? 2. Good job. And finally, 6 more kids came, so there's 12. And they each got 1 cookie. Okay. Now, y'all tell me, would you rather have 6 or 3 cookies? 6. Me too. Okay. So we can compare them, can't we?
Yes.
And what do we do when we want to compare 2 numbers? Do y'all know what signs we use?
We use multiplication or division.
When we're comparing the size. Like
Greater
greater than, less than, or equal to. Yes. So what sign will we use?
The greater than.
Greater than. Good job. Okay. So, if the denominator is the same, or the whole is the same, we can compare them by looking at the part. So, that means no matter what the denominator is, if it's the same, we can compare it. Is that right?
Yes.
So, if the denominator was 5,329,626, can we compare it?
Yes.
Okay, somebody give me a number for the denominator.
296.
296. Okay. Somebody give me a number. 4. Can you give me another number?
8.
8. Okay. Now, what sign will we use?
Less than.
Okay. Good job. Now, y'all tell me, would you rather have a half of a Hershey bar or a whole Hershey bar? A whole Hershey bar, really? Hope y'all can forgive me for using fake cookies. This is a whole Hershey bar. I broke it up and I'm going to give y'all a plate and I want y'all to divide it into 2 groups of 6. You just leave these cards beside you. You'll use those in a second. Okay. So, does everybody have divided into 6 groups? In 2 groups? Okay. So we are going to use your Hershey bars to compare fractions. I'm going to write a fraction on the board, and I want y'all to use y'all's Hershey bars and your cards to make a fraction, okay? And that way you can see what part you get. Let's see. Can y'all make that on one of y'all's cards?
On one?
Yes, just on one of them for right now. Good job. Okay, now let's compare. That's when you're going to use the other one. But it's okay, it's okay. You can use one. Let's see. I want y'all to use your other card and do 4 6. Now, can y'all show me with y'all's fingers, should we use greater than, less than, or equal to? Good job. Less than. Okay. Now, somebody give me another number. Between 0 and 6. One more.
3.
3. I want y'all to do that one for me, please. Good job. Now show me with your fingers which one to use. Yes, good job. And what is that sign called?
Greater than.
Yes, good job. Now I have this. I want y'all to, with your pencils, and using your Hershey bars, I want you to fill this out and show it on your note cards, and I'll come around and check. Very good. Okay, before I let y'all eat y'all's Hershey bars, I want to do a little review real quick. So, if this is the whole, what is this?
The part.
Yes, it's the part of the whole. And y'all remember the big word for this?
Numerator.
Numerator. And this is the?
Denominator.
Good. Now, sometimes I get those a little mixed up, numerator and denominator, and I'm like, which one goes on the top? But there's a trick. What do you write on the top of your paper?
Number. Your name?
Yes, your name. And doesn't the name kind of sound numerator?
Yes.
Name? It goes on the top, right?
Yeah.
And denominator?
Is the date and it goes on the bottom. Very smart.
It sounds like down. Denominator down.
Numerator names.
Yeah. So that's how I remember it. But we can compare them if it's the same number. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. Good job. That was very good. Y'all can eat those Hershey bars.
English teacher. Today we're going to be talking about theme. Now, how many of you know what theme is?
It tells what the story's about.
That's correct. The theme can be also simplified as the moral of the story. The theme is usually the lesson or message you take away from the story. All right? So today I brought with me a cloud, right? Because I heard you asking what it was. It's a cloud. And I need your help to create a rainbow for tonight's rainbow party. But the rainbow colors have fallen off. Now, in order for us to be able to complete our cloud, we will have to first complete our standard. By the end of my class today, you shall be able to determine theme from a story, drama, or poem by the details in the text. Alright? So we're going to start off with with one color. We're going to start off with blue today. I know. Starting off backwards. So each envelope has a fable written on it. This one is the crow and the pitcher. You got that? It was a hot summer's day and water was low. Birds were starting to lose hope into finding something to drink. One day a crow flew past a house that had a small pitcher in it. The crow tried to fit its neck into the pitcher, but its neck was too short and it couldn't fit. The crow started putting pebbles into the pitcher. And every time he placed a pebble, the water rose. The crow continued to place pebble after pebble until finally the water was where he could drink it. Now, what do you all think the theme of this fable was? Yes, Kim?
Finding out a way to do something that you can't.
That's a good way to word it. Never give up. Nothing is impossible. Though it may seem impossible, nothing is impossible. If you can think it, you can do it. Though other people might say, it sounds crazy, you can do it. All right? Now, once you have completed your theme and we come back together as a class, you will take your envelope. I will fold it. You will place it onto the board here, like so. And then you will take your color, which I have blue. Come on now. And you place it onto the back of the class. Like so. And we just have 2 more colors to do before our rainbow is complete. So I'm going to give you all 2 minutes to discuss with your partner about the theme of your fable. I will clap twice when it's time for us to come back together. All right. I heard all of you discussing. So we're going to start off with orange. What fable did you all get?
The Lion and the Mouse.
The Lion and the Mouse is a fable that's been told for generations. One day a lion has captured a mouse. Says he's going to eat the mouse. The mouse pleads for the lion not to eat him, because one day he'll pay him back. The lion laughs and says, "You'll never pay me back. I'm a big lion. I'll never need help from a mouse." The mouse says, "You don't know that." So one day, the lion is walking through the jungle, patrolling, trying to find something to eat. And he gets caught in a trap. He screams for help, but no one can hear him. It just so happens that the mouse is walking past and notices that the lion needs help. Goes up to the lion and asks, "Do you need help?" The lion says, "Yes, I do. I'm kind of in a pickle here." And the mouse says, "I can help you." The mouse says, "I can help you." The mouse goes towards the rope and starts to chew away the rope until the lion is free. Now, orange team, what did you all get for the thing?
Even though you are not big and strong, you can still do big things.
That's correct. Even though you're not big and strong, you can still do big things. Now, never underestimate anyone from their size or their thinking, all right? Because you never know. One day,
They can help you.
they could help you. You always want to be kind to people because, once again, you'll never know when you'll need their help. All right, orange team, make a place for orange team. Alright, so we have our orange on there. Now, on to our yellow team. What fable, yellow team, did you all get?
The ants and the grasshopper.
Ah, the ant and the grasshopper. Believe it or not, I've met people who haven't heard this fable. The ants, winter is coming. The ants and the grasshopper know winter is coming. The ants are working to get food and shelter because they know if they don't, they won't be able to survive winter. The grasshopper, however, is messing around, having a great time playing. Winter comes. The ants are inside their homes, eating and talking to each other about how spring will be great. Then they get a knock at the door. It's the grasshopper. The grasshopper humbly asks if he could stay since he didn't get any food when he had time to. The ants say yes, he can come in because they don't want anyone to get hurt out in the winter. They know how difficult it is to survive. Now, yellow team, what did you all get for the theme?
Do things you need to do before it's too late.
Do things you need to do before it's too late. Because if you don't, like they said, it'll be too late. You have nowhere else. You don't know what to do. Nowhere else to go. When you have chores at home, right? Yeah. And you either have to clean your room before you go outside, or clean your room before you can play with something else. And you don't want to put off cleaning, because if you put off cleaning, then you'll have to clean at some point, and that might cut into the time that you want to play. All right? Now, yellow team, you may place your students. Alrighty, our rainbow has been made. Give yourselves a hand. Now, I have one more fable, that nursery rhyme that I want to tell you all. Humpty Dumpty. Humpty Dumpty sat on the wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty together. Now, I have a question for you all. What is Humpty Dumpty? You can say it together. 1, 2, 3.
An egg that fell off the wall.
He is an egg that fell off the wall. Now, if you're an egg, you know, not boiled egg, not scrambled egg, you're just an egg. What should you not be doing?
Getting on something you can break yourself.
Getting on something you can break yourself, sitting on tall things, things you can fall on. Right? Humpty Dumpty expected that if he fell, the king's horse and the king's men could put him together again. And he could just do it again, and again, and again. But the king's horses could not do that. Now, what do you all think the theme of this nursery rhyme was?
Don't do anything that could get you hurt because you're not 100% sure if they can get you fixed.
Correct. Think before you do. Don't jump to the thought. Don't be like, oh, I could climb Mount Everest without a rope. Because, you know, I said that's impossible, but that's a little dangerous. It's a little dangerous. Because you never know the cost, who it would hurt, if it'll hurt you. You never know if you're going to get injured. Like Humpty Dumpty cracked, and now he doesn't crack forever because they can't put it together. Now on your way, you are going to write one thing that you learned today about things. Now, who would like to share what they wrote? Yes.
I learned that theme is a lesson that tells you about the story you're reading.
Use the article to your advantage in finding what it is and just pay attention because a little is bad and half the day is
Would you like to share?
A theme it tells you what is the lesson or moral of the story.
Correct. You all are correct. Yeah. You okay? All right. Thank you all for spending your time with me. I hope that you all have a wonderful rest of your night.
All right, good afternoon. I'm Miss Maria.
And I'm Miss Bree.
And today we're going to talk about severe weather. Okay, now I know we had a bunch of storms this weekend, so it's actually really good that we're talking about this so that you guys can be prepared and know the difference between the different types of severe weather, okay? So this is our lesson, and like I said, we're just learning about the 6 different weather types. So we're going to do an experiment, we're going to play some games, it's going to be a lot of fun, okay? So, can you all stand up and hold your signs?
Miss Brady, tell them what we're about to do. We're going to play a game, and you're going to have to listen very, very closely because we're going to make some sounds that are going to sound like the different types of weathers. And we're going to also describe it to you to help you, and you're going to have to guess which one you think it is.
Okay. Everybody got their signs ready? Okay, so what has thunder and lightning and really heavy rain? Which one do you think that is? Show me your sign. Very good. Thunderstorm, very good. It was a thunderstorm, very good. So how we're going to remember that is we're going to do a little dance. And I want you to take your fingers, put your signs down, take your fingers, and I want you to rain down to the ground. Rain down to the ground like a thunderstorm. Very good. All right, stand up.
Alright. Next one, we're going to do a hurricane. So for the hurricane, we're going to go like this because it's near an ocean, right?
So what do you think, what does a hurricane sound like? What does a hurricane sound like? What do you think? Look at your picture. What do you think goes on in a hurricane? A lot of wind, huh? Very good. Hurricanes happen near the ocean, and they sound a lot like thunderstorms, and they rain. It's very heavy winds. So you're right. Thunderstorm or hurricanes sound like thunderstorms. Very heavy rain. All right. So our next one, it goes really, really fast in the air like this. It's a column of air. It happens when hot and cold air mixes. Very good.
And when it happens, you hear a big whistle in the air warning you when it's coming.
Yeah, what is this? Tornado. Very good. So we're going to combine the ones that we just talked about. So we're going to do thunderstorm.
Lower to ground.
All right, so our hurricane and our tornado. You're going to turn once. Very, very good. All right.
Ms. Bree? All right.
What does the next one do?
The next one is when it's really, really cold and there's a lot of snow.
Very good, a blizzard. So, like we said, it's very cold, so you're going to go like this. Really, really cold. All right, so let's do it all together. So you got your thunderstorm, your hurricane, your tornado, and your blizzard. So the next one, it's really hot, and all the plants die. All the animals don't have water. What do you think that one is? Very good, a drought. So you can see it's very dry and hot. So what do you think? Go like this, okay? So let's do that all together. Your thunderstorm, your hurricane, your tornado, your blizzard, and a drought. Now the last one happens when there's a lot of rain.
Opposite of a drought.
What do you think that is? Flood. Very good. Very good. Yes, it's a flood.
So for this one, we're going to do like we're rowing.
Like we're rowing a boat, getting through the flood. All right, so without us showing you, can you remember the dance moves?
Yes. Yes.
All right, show me. Thunderstorm, hurricane, tornado, blizzard,
Drought. And flood.
flood. Very good. That was awesome. Y'all are really good dancers. Did y'all know that? No? Not really? All right, very good. So you can put those to the side for now. And you can sit back down.
So now, this is the fun part. We're going to do an experiment.
Yeah.
So take your mini photos.
Yeah, take it right in front of you. So what we're going to create is a storm in a jar. So you're going to create your own little storm, okay? So do you remember words like precipitation and condensation?
Yes.
Do you remember that? So what builds up in a cloud?
Condensation.
Condensation, very good. And what falls from a cloud?
Rain.
Rain, but
Precipitation.
precipitation, very good. So those are very important in this experiment. So instead of saying rain, we're going to say those two words, condensation and precipitation, okay?
So you'll have some shaving cream up there.
Y'all have to share.
We're going to share, and we're not going to go too overboard, okay? It's going to count as our cloud. So what you're going to do is you're just going to take it. You got to shake it up really, really well.
Shake it up, shake it up.
And then you're just going to spray it on top.
All right, so make yourself. Yeah, squeeze it hard.
Here you go.
Very good. know, it does look like ice cream, huh? Yum?
If it was like
If it was ice cream, it would be yum, but I do not advise eating it. It'd be gross.
Next, we're gonna take this little plastic thing.
It's called a pipette. Can y'all say pipette? Pipette.
Now we're gonna dip it into your blue paint. And you know it's gonna work when there's that blue at
So
the
you
top.
squeeze it
and then put it in.
and put it in and then let go and it'll suck it up. There you go. There you go. So put it
And when
in
you
your
suck it
cloud.
up, put it into your cloud and squeeze.
So what did we say builds up
Wait,
in
do
the
we
cloud?
need to stab it?
You can stab it. You can stab your cloud.
What do we do?
Sorry.
Just keep doing it.
Just
I
keep
know,
doing
sorry
it.
cloud.
Keep
It
doing
happens.
it until that precipitation builds up.
I think mine went.
You're starting?
Mine went through.
Are y'all ready to see your store?
Yeah, mine went through.
You see it? It's pretty cool, huh? Keep going. You gotta keep squeezing it. Look at your sword.
Whoa.
Keep going.
Pretty cool, huh? You see how it is?
Look at mine. That was yours.
See, all kinds of storms are
You have
different,
to
right?
stab it through.
So the littler ones came out first, right?
Because they're little clouds. So y'all can play with the flashlight for a couple of minutes. Just press it and there you go.
Is that a black
I
one?
don't think jelly.
Yeah, and it's a black light. It looks like a jellyfish. Yeah, yours does.
Mine looks just like.
Like gray.
Can I see it?
Y'all are doing good sharing.
We have to do it every day.
You have to do it every day. Me too. I have to share too. Yeah, it is cool, huh? It is cool, huh? You like
It's
it?
almost like on the scene.
That looks like a rain.
Yeah, so everybody has different kind of storms, don't they?
Can't wait for it to go through. Look.
I know, look at hers. Hers is pretty, look, it's a lot of rain coming down, huh? Okay,
Looks like a smoke storm.
like a smoke storm? Yeah, kinda like it. Okay. Put them to the side, I know, but you gotta push them to the side for a couple of minutes. There you go, and you can watch it keep raining while we're doing this last activity. Okay? So y'all learned a lot today about storms. So we're gonna see how much you actually learned. Okay? So as a group,
We're gonna take these.
we're gonna take these away from you.
Okay.
Okay? Alright? So we have our pictures and there's no labels.
Okay.
Okay? This sounds pretty easy, right? You got this.
I got it.
Alright? So we're gonna give you labels.
Okay.
Okay? And you and your group have to put together and match them, alright? You can stand up if you want to. So we're gonna do the first one together. What did we create in our jars? What do you think that storm was?
Thunderstorm.
A thunderstorm.
So which picture is a thunderstorm, guys?
Very
Yeah,
good.
very good.
Alright, so y'all work on the last 5 by yourselves.
Lizard. Anyone have flood?
Perfect, y'all were fast. You know it takes me a long time to do this? Y'all believe that?
Smart. Very impressive.
No, you don't believe it? Okay, y'all did very good. You got them all right. So before I go, we're going to do the dance one more time. Okay, you ready? We're going to do it out of order. Drought. Oh, I tripped you! Drought. Okay, blizzard. Tornado. Flood. Yeah. Hurricane. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. The
Uh-oh.
ocean.
Oh yeah.
There we go.
There we go.
Did we do them all? Thunderstorm?
Go.
Uh-oh. We lost y'all under the table for a minute. All right, guys. Thank you so much for participating. Thank you, guys.
Hi everyone, my name is Alexis, but you guys can call me Miss Moffy.
And my name is Kaylee, but you guys can call me Miss Sue.
So we're gonna start off by asking you all your name, starting with you.
My name is Ruby. Peyton. Cameron.
Gavin.
So, we're gonna start with one question. Do you guys know what a polygon is?
Yes.
What is a polygon?
It's a four-sided shape.
Four-sided shape.
Alright, well, you're right. A polygon, all sides are straight. These examples of polygons, all of their sides are straight. They're closed shapes. Like on the non-polygons, this isn't a closed shape, but these are all closed. Alright, there's no intersecting lines, which means like none of the lines, no lines cross. Unless they cross, so that wouldn't be a polygon. And there's at least 3 sides or 3 angles. And there's no curve, so a circle couldn't be a polygon. Alright, so
In front of you, you have materials in your bucket. You have one ruler, a couple of straws that are different lengths, pipe cleaners that are like at least 2 inches. And Miss Sue's gonna show you on a dot cam what we're gonna do today with the materials.
Alright, so today we have an activity for you all involving
Shapes.
polygons. Alright, so today you guys will be exploring perimeter by making polygons with sides of various lengths and measuring or recording the lengths and drawing them onto paper in front of you, annotating the length of each side along the whole perimeter. So,
Can you guys see? Can you see?
alright, well, we're having some technical difficulties over here.
Okay,
So we're just gonna
what's Libby, what's your favorite shape?
Square.
Peyton, what's your favorite shape?
Cameron, what's your favorite shape? And Gavin.
Pentagon.
Alright, so today y'all are going to take your materials. I'd like y'all to get some pipe cleaners, these pieces here.
All of them?
Not all of them, but enough to build your polygon. So first we're going to start off by making a triangle as an example piece. So to build your polygon, you're going to take your straw and your pipe cleaners and use your pipe cleaners to connect all of your straws. So put them in these. And if you need any help, you can ask me or Miss Moffett to help y'all.
So this is basically color-coded inside?
Yes. Alright, so after y'all are done, y'all should have a triangle of any size y'all chose.
Choose any color you want.
Good job.
Gonna make it big. And take your time. You don't have to. You don't have to rush. It makes me frustrated too. I got you. Boom. There you go.
Alright, so after you guys are done building your polygon, I think we're waiting on Libby. You're going to take it and put it at the top of the front side.
And
of the
another
paper.
question, do you know how to find the perimeter of a shape? Yeah.
You add all the sides.
Measure
Yeah.
off.
Alright, so we have our perimeter formula here, with side plus side plus side plus side. So there's a ruler in all of your buckets, and I want you guys to trace your shape onto the top part of your piece of paper.
How do you do it? Like, by where the gas goes
Right
or
there.
down?
And they don't have to be perfect, it's kind
inches. We're gonna do inches. This way. So how long is that?
All right, and after you're done tracing your shape,
2 inches.
the rulers,
So we're gonna do
you're going to find the length of each side in order to find your perimeter. And you're going to label each side how long it's supposed to be.
All of your triangles look really good. You guys are doing really, really good. And it doesn't have to be perfect, you know. I don't draw very well, and Miss Sewell doesn't draw very well either.
All right, so you did good.
So, do you remember what the formula of a perimeter is?
Measure and label on your side. So that side is 2 inches.
Yep, add on the side. So, yep. So what did you measure on this side?
The inches.
Yep. So you put 2 next to it.
So this one would be, but this one would be 4
So you
inches
do P
for the
equals
side.
perimeter equals.
What do we put in? Just bias?
Yeah, you put it on the side of it, so you can never stop.
It's close to
Good
It
job.
doesn't have a boss center, so it's rounded. So if it's 3.0, it would be 3. Yes.
4.
Good job.
It's 4 plus 4 plus 2.
All right. So then, I want you guys
So
to
usually
put how you found your
I would have to
perimeter
add them
by
up.
adding all of your sides.
If I wanted to add
Can you
them.
multiply 42, 654?
Yeah, you
Yep,
can.
and you can also multiply them. If you notice, 4 times 3 is 12.
And then you
Okay, so since we did an example shape together, we're gonna let you go out on your own for a few minutes and make your own shape. So you can go ahead and take this one apart
It's all right.
and make a different shape. You can use all of them. You
Yeah.
can do a square, you could do a
So-
rectangle.
On the bottom half of your sheets of paper, we want you to take the rest of your materials and build a shape of any kind that y'all want to. So any shape, you can build your favorite shape and put it on the bottom. And do the same thing you did for here, trace it and label and let us know when you're done with that.
And if you need any help, I'm here, Miss Moffitt and Miss Souls will be right down in that table.
Yeah. And then there's also some more examples of polygons on the board up there.
Can you help with it? Good job. So now you're gonna measure. Two inches. Good enough. Okay, so does a square have equal sides or are they different? Equal sides. So like Olivia over here, she did a square, so,
And so we got it.
and Gabby did too. So if Libby has one side that is
Alright, good
2,
job.
would all the other sides be 2 too?
Yes.
2, 2.
Yeah. All right, so what would the perimeter of your squares be?
We're gonna start with, yeah, Gabby.
All right, good job.
Okay.
All right.
And what shape are you making?
Trapezoid.
Trapezoid. Want me to help you over again? Okay. Good job. So you can take your ruler. That was good.
part when you're done. Put the materials back in your baskets.
No, before.
Yeah, that would be good.
Okay.
Now, as y'all can see, if you turn your paper over, there's some shapes on the back to help you practice perimeter. So after you find the perimeter, there's a line on the paper. So
You can go ahead and finish.
yeah, you can go ahead and show us. Good job. All right, so you flip it over and do the shape on the back.
So the top shape, what shape would that be? Would that be a diamond or a square? Would it be both of them?
Diamond and square. You just have to look under different.
Like this, this way.
Yeah, it would be square, and if you look at it this way, it would be a diamond. You are totally right.
And so when y'all are done, just raise your hand and share your answers that
What
you got.
are we doing, measuring it?
Yeah, y'all are measuring all the sides. They might be a little off, and you just make sure you're and round to
Inches.
Yeah. All right, good job. The answers, make sure y'all got them all right. All right.
So,
You're still doing really good though. All right, good job, good job.
so starting with
Y'all are doing
Libby,
really good.
so starting with Libby, we're gonna start with the top shape of your worksheet. What did you get for your top shape,
I got 12.
and how did you get to it?
So I added 3. I added 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3, and then that got me 12.
All right, good job.
And why would this be a polygon?
Because it has at least 3 sides, and it has no intersecting lines, and it is a closed shape.
Good
Good
job.
job.
Okay, Cameron, the bottom shape, how did you find your perimeter?
I measured each side. The 2 sides were 3 and the other 2 were 2, and then I added them and it got me 10.
All right, good job. And how do you know that's a polygon?
Because it has 4 sides. The sides are equal. Well, they're not open. They're not intersecting, and
All right. So now we're going to do a little review. We have 3 questions. Okay, so again, I want you all to tell us one thing about a polygon. Gavin?
It's closed.
All right, Cameron?
4 sides.
All right. Peyton?
It doesn't have intersecting lines.
And Libby?
It doesn't have
You can look at
any curve.
Good job. All right, that's all correct. Now, how do you find a perimeter of a polygon? Cameron?
You measure the sides, and then what you get, you add them together.
All right, is there anything you want to add, Gavin?
If you add the sides, say if you add a side of a square, and then, squares have equal sides. Could you multiply?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Now for our final question. Is a circle a polygon? Why or why not? Gavin?
No, because it's not.
Is there anything else? Peyton? Good job.
It doesn't have any straight lines. It's all curved.
And Cameron. And there's another reason there's no angles or, yeah. All right, so now,
One more question.
Is a star a polygon?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
All right.
So,
So, you guys don't have.
thank you guys for being our students for today for the lesson. So, as you can see, this is your star student. And here you go.
All right.
Well, hello, you guys. I want to welcome you guys to astronaut-based training. I'm astronaut Elena,
I'm astronaut Naye.
and you are astronaut Libby. Say it, astronaut Libby. Astronaut Libby. And you're astronaut Peyton.
He's an astronaut.
Astronaut Karen.
Astronaut Peyton.
Well, today's standard is I want y'all's mission to be to understand the 8 phases of the moon and have them in the correct order. Okay?
To start off our base training, or us going to the moon, astronaut Elena gonna show us a quick video.
Which side is fast? How fast? Turbo fast.
It's my time to shine. It's my time to shine. It's over now. It's my time to shine.
Evening, it's the moon. Get to regale you with the tube. I'm so bright up in the sky at night, but the truth is I'm just reflecting light. See, let me help you break it down. The Earth and I are spinning around, and I orbit the Earth in a loop.
You see, the moon is kind of like my hula hoop.
We both orbit the sun. He's the big shot.
I'm the center of the solar system. I'm so
The
hot.
sun's like a light bulb, and I'm like a mirror. Light bounces off me, and then it appears to the earth below for a lovely view. For animals like wolves who go, oh, sometimes I'm full, sometimes half on, sometimes I'm present, or it looks like I'm gone, but I'm here in the dark, just a lonely moon. Hoping that somebody will visit me soon. I'm covered in dust, and I'm made of rock, so come see me soon, and go on a moonwalk.
It's my time to shine. It's my time to shine. It's my time to shine. It's my time to shine.
I'm planting this flag on the mountain I climbed. One small step for a story time. One giant leap for storyline time.
Astronauts. Libby, Peyton, Cameron, and Gavin. When was the last time y'all looked at and what shape did you see?
Yesterday.
Crescent. Okay. Cameron. Okay. Astronaut Peyton. Astronaut. Astronaut, Lena's going to tell us more about the experience.
Well, today I'm going to be teaching the 8 phases. So first, I'm going to give you guys each a board. Now on your board, I want you to make 8 parts, so 4 lines down and then 1 line across. help during any of it, Astronaut IA is going to be on the board and demonstrating it to you. 4 lines down, and then 1 across. Okay, so the first moon that I'm going to teach you guys is called the new moon. Now the new moon is a big old circle, but it is completely dark. So I want you to draw a circle on your first face that's completely dark. Now the moon is completely dark because the sun is directly behind it. And whenever the sun is directly behind it, no light is being shown. Okay, so does everybody have it?
Good job, astronaut.
Now if it's completely dark, we just fill it in, yeah. If you want at the top to help you remember for later on, you can write new, but you don't have to do that. Now the second moon is called the waxing crescent. I noticed that some of y'all said crescent in the beginning. So waxing crescent is always on the right side. So it's a completely dark moon, but a small banana-like shape is visible on the right side. So it's dark, but you have on this side, on the right, it's going to be like a little banana. Good job. Mm-hmm. Everything but the banana part.
You don't have names?
Yeah. What about cheese?
Cheese?
Cheese.
We got cheese
Some
too.
cheese too.
We got cheese.
You have astronaut, Libby? We all got it?
Good job.
Okay, so the next one is called the first quarter. Now, the thing with quarters is you have to read them like how you read words, right? From left to right. So the left side is going to be dark, but the right half is going to be white. So, good job, astronaut Cameron. You got it. So if it's left to right, yeah.
Oh, tap.
Mm-hmm. You got it.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Good job. Good job.
Okay, we got it. Okay. The next moon, is everybody on the same page? Because y'all need to slow down. Y'all need to, okay. So then the next quarter is called the waxing gibbous. Now I want y'all to say gibbous.
Gibbous.
Gibbous. It sounds kind of funny, don't it? Yeah. So the waxing gibbous is the opposite of the crescent. It's where everything is visible, but the banana piece is dark. So on the right side, the banana part, I want y'all to make that dark. Then the next moon phase is called the full moon, and I want y'all to say full moon. Full moon. Now full moon is the opposite of the new, whereas it's completely white. So I just want you to draw a big old circle, but leave it blank. A blank circle. Mm-hmm.
Y'all know what time it is when the full moon comes out?
Ow! Okay, am I doing it right? How do you do the werewolf? How do you?
Keanu?
Ow!
Good job. What do you need help? The gibbous? Cheese?
Yeah, you said it right. You did perfect. I did it right.
Good job.
Okay, so after the waxing gibbous, it's called the waning gibbous. Now it's completely white, but you just switch the side of the banana. Since it's on the right side with the waxing, you switch it to the left side. hang of it, y'all know it all.
Y'all gonna be some good astronauts.
Mm-hmm. Oh. I think we added a little more extra moon here. We added though. So the next, after the waning, is going to be the last quarter. Now, if it's dark on the first quarter on the left side, what is it going to be on the right side, on the last quarter? Dark on the right side.
Good job.
Yeah, you got it. And then right side.
Good job. Astronaut.
So, after the last quarter, now is the waning crescent. Good job. So the waning crescent is, it's completely dark, but the banana is on the left side, not the right side this time. You can just leave it if you want. Okay, now that we've gone through the astronaut training, we learned all the moon phases. I want you guys to put your boards at the corner. Now, astronaut, you can flip it over. Here you go. Here, you want to put it on your side? Okay. So we'll flip yours over.
Oh, symmetry grid.
Wait. You get to, but just wait one quick second.
So in astronaut training, cool thing about being on the moon, we get to complete missions. Y'all can like complete missions?
Yes.
Like on the video game? So here are your mission requirements. In the inside, you have Oreos. With Oreos, you're gonna create the phases of the moon that me and astronaut Elena just taught you about. You all may start.
But we want y'all to try to do them in the correct order as we taught you. But if you need help, then you can flip over your board. Now remember, don't try to look at the board at first, but if you need help, you can either look at the board or look at your own boards.
Come on, we gotta do it quick.
I know, we're running out of oxygen.
Come on.
You gotta hurry. So if we're the new moon, remember the new moon's completely what? Black. So we're gonna draw just a complete black
Should I
Oreo.
do it on this one?
You can do it on whatever one you feel comfortable with. Right, astronaut lady.
Good job. Remember, it's a certain order. You gotta get
So new moon and then the waxing crescent.
Good job, astronaut.
So remember, if it's a crescent, is the white shown or is the dark shown? Now, remember the waxing crescent is where it's the banana, so the white, the white part. So you can cut it and remember, if y'all need help, then y'all can look or flip it over. If you need help, sometimes I break like the pieces off and then I'll leave it. If you want to do that, that way is good too. If you need help, you might need to break them.
Maybe
You ate it. You can eat them.
oxygen's running low. You gotta get it out.
With the waxing crescent, the white part showing. Wait. After we do it, and then you can eat them all. Yeah, you guys are right. Well, you astronauts, I'm sorry, you astronauts are right.
So what are you supposed to do with the full moon?
The full moon, you just leave the white part, the icing.
On the waxing, which way do we just have the...
So the waxing's always on the right side. Whenever it's
So we
waxing,
just had that part on and
you do it however you want to do it. As long as the white part's showing. So if I were Oreos, if I were an Oreo, and I was trying to do the crescent, I would break waxing crescent. I would break this part off. And just leave that part showing. Okay, and then the first quarter, all you have to do is break it in half. The gibbous, that's kind of tricky because of the blacks, so I would just leave the white part clear.
Is that...
Yes, quarter. You got it right. And then the last quarter is the black part. Is all the way. This time, okay. So now that y'all have completed, or mostly completed, you guys can eat your Oreos. Feel free to eat your Oreos. But I'm going to turn around your badge on the back and get your expo marker. And I want you to draw your favorite moon phase and then tell me why. So what would your favorite moon phase be, Libby? The full moon? So I want you to draw the full moon on the back of your training badge, and I want you to tell me why.
We got an oxygen.
Yeah, we got oxygen. You gotta hurry. And you can use your expo marker. See, I think mine has to be the crescent because I love bananas. So just draw that. Bananas. It tricks everyone.
Good job. You guys have completed astronaut training. You're officially astronauts.
Every day in helping to create some great teachers. We thank you and we appreciate you being here. Thank you very much.